Before Europe ruled Africa, African queens ruled empires. They commanded armies, negotiated with Rome, defied colonial powers, and shaped nations that still exist today. This is not mythology. This is documented African history. From Queen Amina of Zazzau, who expanded her kingdom through war and trade, to Queen Nzinga of Ndongo, who out-negotiated and out-fought the Portuguese. From Yaa Asantewaa, who dared the British Empire to take what was sacred, to Amanirenas of Kush, who forced the Roman Empire to retreat, and Cleopatra VII, whose intelligence shook the foundations of Rome itself. These women were not symbolic rulers. They were strategists, warriors, nation builders, and in many cases, the last line of defense for their people. Yet their stories were pushed aside, softened, or erased. In this video, we reclaim them. After the death of her brother, she ascended the throne in 1576 and ruled for 34 years. Unlike many of her contemporaries, Amina did not stay confined to the palace. Within months of becoming queen, she launched campaigns to expand Zazzau's influence across the region, leading an army reportedly 20,000 strong. Her strategy was bold. Instead of simply annexing territory, Amina forged vassal agreements with neighboring states. She secured trade routes that connected her people to trans-Saharan commerce. She also understood the defense of her realm. Amina ordered the construction of fortified walls, called Ganua Amina, around key cities and military encampments. Some remnants of these fortifications survive to this day, standing as stone testimonies to her ingenuity. Her legacy isn't just military. She turned Zazzau into a major hub of trade in gold, kola nuts, and textiles, ensuring prosperity long after her death. A statue in Lagos and several schools in Nigeria now bear her name, a reminder that her courage helped shape West African history. Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba, Central Africa, 330–645. In the 17th century, Central Africa faced one of the earliest and most brutal waves of European encroachment. Into this crucible stepped Queen Nzinga Mbande, born around 1583 into the royal family of Ndongo in present-day Angola. Trained from childhood in diplomacy and war councils, Nzinga soon proved herself a consummate strategist and leader. Nzinga first rose to prominence as a negotiator with Portuguese colonizers. When offered only a mat to sit on in one negotiation, a profound insult, she famously ordered one of her attendants to serve as her chair, asserting her equal status and refusing to be demeaned. After assuming the throne in 1624, Nzinga adapted to changing circumstances. She forged alliances, including marriage to an Mbangala warlord, and later conquered the neighboring kingdom of Matamba. Her alliance with the Dutch helped repel Portuguese forces. She kept her people free of direct colonial domination longer than many African rulers. Nzinga combined military prowess with political acumen. She reorganized armies, engaged in guerrilla tactics, and diplomatically negotiated peace treaties that acknowledged her authority. Her legacy is that of a leader who refused to submit, using every tool at her disposal, war, diplomacy, and alliance, to protect her people's autonomy.
Across West Africa, in the Ashanti Empire, modern-day Ghana, stood Yaa Asantewaa, the Queen Mother of Ejisu. Born around 1840, she held immense political influence within the Ashanti matrilineal system. But it was during the War of the Golden Stool in 1900 that her leadership became legendary. When British colonial officials demanded the Golden Stool, the sacred symbol of Ashanti sovereignty, many Ashanti leaders hesitated. Yaa Asantewaa rose, exclaiming that if the men would not fight, the women will. She rallied Ashanti warriors, led siege tactics against British forts, and became the face of resistance against imperial domination. Although she and her forces were eventually captured and exiled, her defiance became a powerful symbol, not just of Ashanti resistance, but of female leadership in the face of colonial oppression. Today, she stands as an icon of courage and self-determination. In ancient Nubia, the kingdom of Kush was one of Africa's great civilizations. Among its most celebrated rulers was Queen Amanirenas, a Kantake, a queen, who reigned around the 1st century BCE. While many queens of the ancient world are remembered as ceremonial figures, Amanirenas was a warrior queen who faced the might of Rome itself. Historical records describe her leading Kushite forces in a protracted war against Roman Egypt. Under her command, Kushites launched offensives that captured Roman territory and challenged one of history's greatest empires. Even when Roman generals initially repelled her, Amanirenas negotiated a peace that preserved Kushite independence and forced Rome to withdraw its claim on Kushite lands. Her leadership redefined the balance of power in Northeast Africa and demonstrated that even the most formidable empires could be resisted. Amanirenas' legacy endures as one of Africa's earliest examples of diplomatic and military triumph against global superpowers.
On the island of Madagascar, Queen Ranavalona I ruled from 1828 to 1861. This period was marked by intense external pressure from European powers. While some colonial sources depict her as cruel, modern historians reinterpret her reign. Her reign is seen as a fierce defense of Malagasy sovereignty. Ranavalona reversed her predecessor's policies of openness to European missionaries. She expelled foreign religious and political agents. She implemented traditional governance and defense structures instead. Her policies were designed to preserve Madagascar's cultural identity. Her stance was remarkable at a time when much of Africa was succumbing to colonial rule. While her methods were harsh, they bought Madagascar decades of independence. This delayed full colonization and allowed Malagasy society to adapt. Today, her legacy is debated, but her determination remains a testament to her resolve. In the Yoruba lands of present-day Nigeria lived Queen Moremmi Ajasoro. She was a figure whose courage became legend. When her people faced repeated raids by a hostile neighboring group, Moremmi made a profound sacrifice. She agreed to infiltrate the enemy undercover, learning their strategies. Her intelligence and boldness turned the tide of conflict. Moremmi's story embodies sacrifice, risking everything to protect her people. Her legacy lives on in rites, festivals, and Yoruba oral history. Not all powerful queens led armies. Some shaped history through influence and guidance. Queen Nandi, mother of the legendary Shaka Zulu, exemplifies this power of social and cultural influence. Living in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, she navigated the complex matrilineal and warrior society of the Zulu. Despite societal obstacles, Nandi ensured Shaka's education and tutelage in warfare and governance, laying the foundations for his later transformation of the Zulu kingdom. Her resilience, strategic counsel, and role as a stabilizing force shaped the emergence of one of Southern Africa's most significant pre-colonial states. No list of powerful queens would be complete without Cleopatra VII, the last ruler of Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty. Though often remembered for her relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, Cleopatra was first and foremost a skilled leader. She navigated the turbulent politics of Rome and Egypt. She was fluent in multiple languages, an accomplished administrator, and a shrewd diplomat. Her efforts aimed to preserve Egyptian independence amid Roman expansion, using strategic alliances and political acumen. Cleopatra's legacy endures not just through legend, but through her bold resistance against a conquering imperial power. In the early 20th century, Empress Zewditu became the first female ruler of Ethiopia in centuries, guiding the nation through a time of political transformation and external threat. Her reign balanced tradition with the forces of modernization sweeping across Africa and the world. Though not known for battlefield command, Zewditu's strength lay in stabilizing the empire. Preserving Ethiopian sovereignty as colonial powers eyed the Horn of Africa. Her legacy is one of resilience, managing diplomacy and internal affairs in a rapidly shifting global environment. Finally, we journey into legend and myth with Queen Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, a figure revered in Ethiopian, Islamic, and Judeo-Christian traditions. Believed to have ruled in the 10th century BCE, Makeda's visit to King Solomon in Jerusalem Exchanging wisdom, gifts, and ideas is remembered as a landmark moment of diplomacy and cultural exchange. While the historical record is debated, Makeda's story reflects the power of intellect, negotiation, and cultural bridge building, an idea more impactful than many empire-building campaigns. If you believe history should tell the full story, not the convenient one, subscribe now, because this channel exists to bring Africa's true legacy back into the light.